Namaskar Acharya ji. It's my privilege to ask my doubt from you. So, my name is Paramjit Singh. I'm from IIT-Bombay only, metallurgical engineering, second year. So, my question is related to, at some point of life, we face some opportunities or achievements that we are so overpowered by that, we just neglect other decisions. We just trade off between the decisions we have to make otherwise also. For example, like we got IIT. I think many of us doubt the decision of our branches, which we take. So how to deal such situations? And a follow-up question from that only, what mindset was of yours when you were doing your degree? What was your mindset for the next 3 to 4 years?
Thank you. Wonderful. Sit. See, the level of self-awareness at the time of clearing the JEE and appearing for the counseling is usually pretty low. The decisions that a 17-year-old makes, that would have been your age, right? At the time of counseling, 17, 18, are not well informed. You do not know what that branch holds for you. You also do not know what you want in life. So, based on the branch allotment patterns of the previous years and advices of all and sundry, you just pick a particular branch and a particular IIT. That's how it happens. Or sometimes you see what's trending. For example, computer science remains an evergreen favorite, irrespective of what your inclination is. If you are JEE 45, you will pick up com science, right? And that's pretty strange. And irrespective of what your inclination is, if your JEE rank is 6,000, you will not get com science. Maybe these days with so many IITs you do get somewhere, but in my days that was not happening. If you are anywhere lower than, I suppose, JEE 150, com science is available at no place. There are only 5 IITs then. So, that has happened. And that is going to happen because class 9th and 10th, 11th and 12th, nobody is teaching you life. What are you busy with? We used to be busy with brilliant tutorials, YG files, and Resnick, Halliday and Aerodove. And there used to be a book by Loni and ML Khanna. I don't know which books you refer to these days. And beyond that and besides that, there was hardly the time and scope to read anything else. And all discussions, the total schedule was concentrated only on these things. The result? Terrible levels of self-awareness. And these days, I suppose you spend several years at that place called KOTA as well. And that place is meant to make you very unidirectional. And that's how people get selected. How will you know anything about anything else? You will not know about the world and you will not know about yourself. Somebody who is choosing, for example, let's say electronics. If you ask that person, and he needs to have that level of knowledge, 17, 18 years old, what is the state of the electronics industry globally? What are the important recent advancements? He will not know. And then you ask him, how then are you choosing the electronics branch for yourself? How do you even know that electronics has a future? He'll simply say, I am JEE 350 and last year JEE 350 took electronics, so that's what I'm doing. Or my dad told me, or my elder brother advised me. That's the kind of arguments we live by. However, those things are done. It's not that you have chosen metallurgy and that's the reason you are circumspect about your choice. Anybody who has chosen anything keeps wondering, what have I chosen? Because no one has chosen out of any understanding. It's not as if you have chosen one of the lesser sought branches, only then you keep feeling puzzled and often disappointed. Even those who are in the sought after branches, they too keep asking themselves, what have we done? Otherwise, how is it possible that so many com science students proceed to pursue management or several other things? If com science is everything, how come so many of them are found in the Ivy League, US colleges or in the IIMs? What do they write the CAT for? Are you getting it? So what to do about it? Well, if you are in your third year or something, obviously you can't change your branch. I don't know whether IITs provide that facility anymore even. In my time it used to happen that after the first year, branch change was possible for a few students based on their CGPA and other things. But if you are already in your second, third year, what can you do? Nothing. All that you can do is now learn for your future decision-making events. I will not choose once again in darkness. And very soon, another important event is happening. You have to choose whether you will pick up a job or you will go for higher studies. If you are to go for higher studies, would it be in the technical direction or in the management direction or something else? And if you are to choose a job, is it going to be in your core discipline or in something else? Right? There are so many decisions that you have to take. No point now regretting what you chose 3 years back. Which year are you in? Second, no point regretting the choice you made 2 years back. There are several choices waiting to happen. Learn from what you have done and come better off in the future events. And they are very close. 2 years is nothing. Not even 2 years. Your placement process, I think, would start like, 1.5 years from this moment. So be very careful. Choice of branch is important, but it really does not determine your life. Much more important choices are waiting to happen. As a fellow IITian, I'm able to advise that to you. The way you step out of the campus is going to be extremely important. And then what you do once you are out of the campus. The importance of that is not even comparable to the small things that happen inside here. 99 was when I passed out. It's been like 23 years now. And the diversity in the positions and situations of my batchmates is astounding. I'm not talking of the difference in success levels in terms of money or accumulation. No, not that. Where people have reached in their life journey, and people have reached very, very diverse positions. Those positions are a result of your choices. Not all positions are places of joy. You do not want to be in a position that hurts and haunts you 2 decades from today. And that happens very frequently. Because we remain the same person who made that decision in ignorance at the time of JEE counseling. You want to remain that same 17-year-old? No. So at the age of 21, when you will decide on something, let that decision be born out of your inner light. Not out of social considerations and trends and pressures from here and there. And normal habit. How do you choose, for example, your electives? Most people do not choose their electives after due consideration. They would roam about in the wing and ask, what are you picking up? What are you picking up? And somebody would tell them, in this particular course, there is lenient grading. Or this prof is very cool with attendance. Do you have attendance compulsion here? 75% is not compulsory? No? Lucky here. My time, one of the criterion used to be, how cool is the prof with attendance? And then 150 people are vying to take that course. Not because they are in love with the subject matter. They would open their books one day before the minors and majors. But still, that course is hot, so much in demand. Because the prof won't insist on 75%. And this is how we are making our choices. Where do you think these choices would land us? Obviously in some kind of cesspool. Within the campus, you are very protected. Outside the campus, life can be very harsh, very unforgiving. The decisions that you make here are sometimes even reversible. Here, in fact, you have people who exist just to correct your bad choices. Is that not so? Outside the campus, your bad choices won't be corrected. Your bad choices will be feasted upon. There is a world out there that wants you to make bad choices so that you can be exploited. Learn the subtle art of decision making. And to decide rightly, you must know who the decision maker is and therefore what is good for him. Do not think that the use of the intellect or the best and highest use of intellect lies in solving problems in IE Erudov. If you can do that, wonderful. But when it comes to life, that's like a child's play. Nobody is going to reward you greatly for being a wizard at GI level mathematics, unless you decide to pick up a coaching position in one of those coaching institutes. Life is a different matter altogether, and choices are all that matter. You have to be very, very careful when you are making a choice. It is a habit to be careless. Choosing an optional, wait, pause, reflect. Why do I need this? What is it going to do to me? Picking up an internship, picking up a job, be very careful. Don't just say, let me take the first job that comes my way. At least I'll feel secure. The purpose of the job is not to make you feel secure. In the 2-month period of your post-placement period in the campus. That's what most people say. It's March, I'm going to pass out in May. Let me pick up some job so that between March and May I feel secure. What kind of criterion is this? Will it help you? June you will be required to report at the job. What will you do then? How will you face your boss? You know nothing about the work. In fact, you do not like that work at all. Why have you picked up that job? Just because everybody else in your hostel or your wing or your group was placed already. So you say, I am feeling left behind. You said FOMO. Somebody said FOMO. He said FOMO. I'm missing out. So some trash is coming my way. Let me still grab it. And then I can declare to the world, no, I too am placed, I'm not unemployed. So many people have done that already. I've seen that happening. Don't let that happen to you. Be very choosy. Very choosy. In small matters in life, you can afford to be reckless. All right. But when it comes to the real things, be very choosy. Be prepared to wait. Be prepared to keep the inner seat waiting and vacant. But don't fill it up with something or somebody unworthy. Right? You aren't getting a job? Wait. You can get something outside the campus as well. You aren't getting something in November, maybe something will come to you in April. It's all right. But don't put your finger on just anything in desperation. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? Huh?